TSM in CSGO, it actually isn't shit. So it's not that.
No, if you're TSM at this point, I would even agree with it, mate. Like, first of all, you already have the black and white logo. You're gonna have to come back with a dodgy lineup. Why not go full NWO and bring fucking Smoothie in?
May as well.
See, we're not one of those teams that tells you all to stay safe. We're the team that tells you to kill yourselves. Like, listen, it's a tough marketing sell. I won't lie.
Yeah, I won't
but
lie.
You know, who knows? Maybe you go the Gillette route. You're like, I'm so sick of all the toxic masculinity in the CSGO. You know what they need? Someone to punish them. Yeah. Exactly. He's like the Punisher. He comes in and he shows us all. He lifts up a mirror. Well, last thing he should be doing is fucking lift up a mirror to anyone. But anyway, you see where I was going at.
Right, anyway.
Or as he calls it, that framed portrait of a demon that's in the bathroom.
Banter. Right, anyway. So we've finally...
Just unreasonable, isn't it?
Yeah, no, it's outrageous. I'm glad we have this platform for now. So we do so much good with it.
Even if you at the time weren't on great terms with Monty, you have to give it up for when he made that fucking website.
Oh, yeah, that was good.
I love that as well, but I was even just saying, listen, mate, I love you, but that is hilarious. You never heard the story?
Oh, I'm
tell
Sam.
Tell Sam the story.
Right,
yeah.
The quick version is what happened was, I think it was during PGL Krakow, because it was when Matt had that horrible thing happen where his car, like, had been, I think it's when it had been stolen, and he was putting tweets out there saying, like, here's my car, and it was a picture of his car racing, and he was saying, you know, if you've seen this, like, whatever, silver BMW or something, like, if you've got any information, please let me know. And so what happened was, on his car, this is something not a lot of people knew, Matt had put decals that said like sadakist.com or something, or .gg or something, and he hadn't actually registered the URL, right? When he did this and put it on Twitter, Monty just responded, and Matt claims, right, that Monty was trying to needle him like this, so I don't know if this is true, but apparently Monty's response was something like, you know, like, Happy Canada Day, but like, by the way, you know, like the URL on that car doesn't work. And Matt unfortunately took this as like Monty was trying to fuck with him in like a, you know, like a moment of weakness. So the problem with this is, cause then Sadakist and Monty got into a back and forth about like Overwatch or whatever, because Matt just went on the offensive straight into like sort of like your game shit or whatever. Monty just sat back and then thought like a fucking bastard, just thought, what can I do that's subtle but I'll just fuck this guy up? Because everyone's petty as fuck. You have to know that about people on camera. So what he did, you're going to love this, Sam, is he went out and registered the domain sadakist.gg, and on it, he made it look like one of those shitty old like Angel Fire sites where it had all these sections. And so there was one section, this was the punchline of the whole thing. There was one section where it was like about me or something, and in it goes, my favorite movie is Dude, Where's My Car? Which is like, whoa, this is before he got the car back as well. That is fucking rough. Like, I can't even lie. That is like, to be fair, I know. And all he did is just tweet out like, oh, I see Sadakist finally registered that website. That was banter, I've got to say.
No.
I've no doubt it was, you know, deeply hurtful and everything, but
I was going to
wasn't
say,
me.
they ever
So,
made
you know,
up for that, or, you know, still.
I don't know. But then again,
that was Monty's greatest contribution to
it. Was good.
Sport, so it's
pretty good.
Pretty good. Big fan of that. But Oscar will not go to America. He's very connected to his family, his pet birds, you know, all this stuff that comes out.
Was he fucking Tyson or something in the young days?
Ace Ventura, mate.
Look at that picture. Look at my people, man.
Mate, have you ever watched his fucking stream? It's like watching a fucking Disney princess play fucking Counter-Strike. It's like fucking birds just flying on his finger, and he's like, it's like ridiculous. Like, it's fucking mental. Anyway.
Well, two can play at that game.
Good toucan joke.
I
picked up on it. Yeah, time's up. That's terrible. That's like that's a dad joke from nowhere.
Keep that in, unfortunately. We cut so much else.
Right. Okay. Fair enough.
Shit, toucan jokes. You know what I'm saying?
Sadly, Astralis being so far ahead isn't making people make the moves to catch them, but the fucking fire behind them. My analogy here would be, this is like the fucking Soviets, where the reason you didn't desert in the Soviet army is if you turned around, the guy had a fucking pistol and he was like, listen, mate, you're going forwards or you're dying. That's it. So that's what you need. These teams can put the fire to these teams' feet. Ensign Renegades, they're the truth, mate.
I like how you've just advocated for how Stalin ran the military.
Listen, all I'm going to say is,
I don't know. Maybe we timestamp that. I don't know.
If you need a guy to go forwards, it is an effective strategy. I'm not saying it's the right one. It's fucking effective, though, Richard. Not a lot of deserters in that army. Not a lot of deserters.
See, there you go. Turns out you were a commie all along. Commie all along.
Somebody once told me the world's gonna roll me.
Because he's had the language barrier for so long, people don't realise that fucking Pasha is a funny guy, like, and always has been a funny dude.
It's legit.
And like I say, sometimes his best clips are when he's unintentionally funny. I love how he's still to this day when he streams. If he gets fully flashed, he tries to look away from it, like instinctive. It fucking buckles me every time. It's like, it's in the game.
I know.
How many years have you been playing this game, you mad cunt? You've got to know you can't look away from the light in the game. You're not really blind. It's like he's living in VR. It's fucking brilliant. Hilariously of all, there was some footage of where Zeus had to stand in for Team Liquid. Right? He's got a clip of Zeus standing in for Team Liquid, claiming Zeus is cheating because he gets a double headshot through smoke. If this motherfucker isn't fucking out to lunch, right? Yeah, not even Zeus, not even Ukrainian Zeus, Brazilian stand-in coach Zeus was cheating as part of this massive conspiracy. At what point are you going to fucking accept this guy is fucked in his feed? Wake the fuck up. And people are going, great video, yep, I had to stop watching CSB.
Sadly, I can already tell everyone, hello to everyone in the new concert video where we're at the beginning of the video and it's like, the conspiracy deepens, they deny it still.
Nico obviously has a massive say in A, when he stands down, and B, who his replacement is, which is part of the ongoing fucking problem in this fucking team. But yeah, so look, anybody who buys this fucking line that Nico's like ready to give it up when they find an option they really want to go for, who's even making that decision, do you think? Do you think really they're sat around by committee?
I think that's like when OJ said that he was going to keep looking for the murderer of his wife and that guy, but obviously never put in any effort or ever bothered doing it, did he? Like, that's the equivalent.
And I can't wait for Nico's book. If I did install myself as IGL for life,
if I was a mad cunt.
Yeah, I can't wait for that. Let's not forget that when they were in fucking Sao Paulo, they didn't win a single game in front of their home fucking crowd. But imagine being, hey everyone, made in Brazil's here in Brazil, and you get fucking blown out every game. Like, imagine being that fucking, you know what I mean? It's like, that is like, right, you seduce somebody that you've, fantasized sexually about for ages, and you're like, listen, we're gonna go all night, baby, and you get back to your fucking room, and you just blow your beans in 3 seconds, and then can't get a nod on afterwards. That's what that's like. Never happened to me, of course. I don't know why. Just saying.
Really never me. Imagination, haven't you?
Yeah, when you're doing these analogies, you just have to dig deep, don't you?
Most people who get banned are lying when they say, it's like the people who get blocked by Richard on Twitter, but I didn't even say anything. I never said anything at all. It's like, obviously, like that
he
person
blocked me for no reason.
Exactly. Classic no reason.
The best part about those people, by the way, is they're not even the people where it's debatable. Theirs really is the comment that's like, I would fuck your mother's cancer-ridden face to death. There's not even any.
I just read that today.
You didn't even block him. You just got muted.
There's any tenuous element there, is it? I'm not even having to like fucking mull this one over, am I? Like, they're always so unreasonable. So I get it. I'm just saying, don't use that to then justify being a mad arsehole to everyone else. Come on.
So we're walking back, like finally finished all our segments and heading back. And Duncan said to Hellspawn, the guy at DreamHack, the legend himself, what's going on with the food? Like, we didn't get any, what was happening with the runner? And Hellspawn said, yes, the guy who was the runner was an admin as well, and we needed him for something else. So I vetoed you having food, because at the end of the day, the tournament must come first. So I said no to your food. And he just said
the idea you never say that to someone's face when they're
I know. Well. The last time I heard a phrase, I said no to your food, it was a fucking documentary about Guantanamo Bay. Right? So anyway, Duncan just looked, and I can see.
Duncan, sandwich.
Yeah, Duncan has this fucking vein in his head, right? And he just fucking went, Oh, well, yeah, I'm supposed to don't need to
Swell.
fucking eat, do I? When I'm working your fucking events, you cunt, or something like that. It was unreal. So I was like, oh, it's all right, Dougie, but yeah, Hellspawn, you are a bit of a twat for that, but yeah. And there was an incident where the original runner, who was the cameraman and should never have been asked to be a runner in the first place, got pissed off at Duncan for saying, I haven't had a drink of water in 4 hours. So Duncan did shout at him and say, never look at me, you cunt. That was a classic. Anyway.
Because here's the thing. When I asked this guy something, can you get me some water, please? Like, I'm super tired. He just goes, why do you have to be so nasty? And it's like, in my mind, I was just thinking about 700 different things. Like, you know what? You now exist just to represent everything that must be destroyed in this world. I am now fucking like, whatever, like Manichaean or something. I am like, I am the avatar of light. You are evil. I will destroy you. I will exit you from this earth. That's the level I was on. It was like a religious apocalypse on this motherfucker's face. And the best part is, again, I'll quickly tell people the story. Because I said to the guy, because I was thinking so many things, like, how the fuck can he even say that to me? What was he even thinking? Like, yeah, I need the water. You can't, like, why the fuck? So all I said to him was, you know what, mate? You don't speak to me for the rest of the event. Talk to anyone else. Talk to him if you want to. If you need to say something. Do not speak to me. And I only meant it as like an overreaction. Obviously, I meant it as like hyperbole. I don't literally mean he couldn't talk to me. But anyway, the end of the story for people who don't know is later on in the show, he needed to direct us to do something. And we just saw him hold up a little piece of paper, like, breaking flag. Because he actually really thought, because he was Swedish, that I was just going to come and like fucking wreck him if he's dead. So.
No, but he was even coming up to me and going, can you tell your friend that we will be going off air in 5 minutes? I'm like, he can't hear you, mate. Like, he doesn't stop to hear you. Anyway, so this is the level it was at, right?
Anyway, fuck that guy.
Yeah, definitely. So Scoots is sat there, and I'm like teeing off, and I'm expecting just a little bit of mercy. Like, could someone just give me a pep talk? You know, can one person give me a fucking pep talk? And unfortunately for me, I thought it would come from Scoots, right? So I'm telling him how tired I am, and he just goes, yeah, but what about the crew? They're all tired as well. It's like, yeah, valid point, right? But I'm mourning about me now. I'm mourning about me now. So I'm just going, oh, honestly, Scott, and I don't mean this because it's not my modus operandi, and anyone who's worked with me knows this. Honestly, Scott, fuck the fucking crew. What about me? Like, I haven't had a good night's sleep in fucking 6 days. And that was when Scott just said, look, well, hey, you know what it's like, man. You know what it's like when you work in this industry, man. Long days, man. You know, everyone works long days. If you don't like it, get the fuck out my industry. And it was like,
Classic.
Sound. Cheers.
I know.
Only 3 days left.
Yeah. Cheers. So we always joke about it, but you know. But anyway, so it was the DreamHack Open in Rio. Lots of Brazilian teams on display.
Rio.
He's gone. That's one of the Red Eye album classics.
Rio.
I can't believe it's not Red Eye. Right, anyway. No one even knows what the fuck we're talking about.
I would love that though if they go, oh, Red Eye sings the classics, and he goes, and then you go, but why did you do it in the style of a pub singer? What do you mean?
We've had this running thing, just so you know, guys. I don't even know if we've ever mentioned it on the show before, but we always have this thing, me and Duncan, where it's like, because Red Eye's like sort of, you know, that classical entertainer,
that kind of voice,
the host. Yeah, exactly. With it, you know, we always have it that he's going to one day put an album out of him doing covers. Called I Can't Believe It's Not Red Eye. And it's never happened. I've even asked him. I've personally DM'd him saying, do you ever sing? Do you do karaoke? Because I want to will it into existence, but it's never happened yet. So maybe one day, you know, maybe we get lucky. Like the Red Eye cover.
Man, I would just love all the classics. Like go through like pop history, like a puppet on a string.
And, you know, perhaps even imagine a world where he changes lyrics slightly so it becomes a bit more CS relevant. You know, that'd be pretty good. So I always had him do an Ace of Base. All that she wants is another baby. I think he's good at that. I think that would be what he could do.
All the classics. I got the key. I got the secret. I got the key to a World Cyber Games.
So if you want that to happen, maybe you could tweet at Red Eye and just let him know that you'd really like him to do a covers album. But anyway, I mean, what I'll say about Veggie is he is no Roden, no doubt about that. Like he had, he had some decent performances. Nearly got 20 against
Shall I say
G2.
something edgy? Question that
No.
obviously is a
No.
ridiculous rhetorical.
Shall you shut your fucking mouth before all this gets shut down?
This is one thing I
Yeah,
do want
we'll
to
do
just
that.
say, like, very
Oh,
quickly.
kill me,
Potentially
Sam.
timestamp this.
Kill me. No.
I'm not going to make any sort of
no,
actual comment objectively about the skill level of the best women pro players.
Oh, get me out.
But they're not even as good as Rodan. So I'm just going to say that. That's it. I'll leave it at that.
That wasn't that bad.
I'm just going to say, though, they aren't. So not even as good as him.
Right. Good. Excellent.
What is that? You
Make that into a GIF or something. Make
fucking
that like
hell.
hashtag one or the other.
So Calix is open to offers. Good news, everybody. And then the other thing is Yam leaves ex-space soldiers. Seeks new challenge. Is the challenge. Get good. Yeah, exactly. Seeks new challenge. Get good at the game, you shit cunt. How about that? We'll start there.
Why is he saying that? Seeks new challenge like he completed CSGO or something.
Completed it, mate. Need someone else now.
Yeah.
So just again, just things that just tickle me, like the world that we live in, you know. Where it's
Man
like,
who's just finished cleaning himself in public bathroom after shitting himself seeks new challenge. Just walking down the street, eating a banana split without shitting your fucking breeches. Is that a challenge?
But anyway,